from Los Angeles, it's the Tom Leykis Show.
That guy can lick my butt.
And now, here he is, Tom Leykis.
Thank you for tuning in to the Tom Leykis Show. This is where America gets together to talk about the issues you really care about. It's a different kind of a radio talk program. We're the radio talk show that is not hosted by a right-wing wacko or a convicted felon. No. I am your host. Write down our toll-free telephone number. You're going to need it. It's 1-800-5800-TOM. 1-800-5800-866. It's Thursday and time for another edition of Leykis 101.
Can you attend my class? It is for your own good.
I mean, a girl decides how far she's going to let you go in the first 5 minutes.
You're in my class? I am today.
So how long do I wait to call? A day. Tomorrow. Tomorrow, then a day. Yeah. So 2 days. Yeah, I guess you could call it that. 2 days. 2 days is like industry standard. Well, how long are you guys going to wait to call your babies? 6 days.
How many times did you call her this week?
Twice.
Twice? You called her twice? Dan, never call a broad more than once a week. Never, ever, ever.
It's Leykis 101, the ongoing on-air adult education course that teaches men how to get more tail for less money. More importantly, we teach women how men think. I am your professor. This is my classroom. Class is in session. For those of you who are new to our classroom, let us review some of the important tenets of Leykis 101, some of the basics. We are proud to be known as jerks or a-holes. Proud to be known as those. We believe here in the 3 strikes you're out rule. If a woman does not put out on the first 3 dates, you kick her to the curb. We do not believe in spending more than $40 on a date. 0 is your optimum goal. But up to 40 is acceptable. After 40, no. We don't date single mothers. We don't go out to lunch dates or coffee dates. Those are basic rules. We don't have babies. We don't cuddle. We don't caress. We don't hug. We don't spoon. We don't stay overnight. We do you, and then we get our ass out your door. That's it, done. We do not try to bring you over to our place. We do not answer the phone on the weekend because you might think we're available, too anxious. Even if we're home, we don't answer the phone from women on the weekend. And some of the more recent rules we have developed on Leykis 101 and discussed with you. We eat dinner before going out to dinner, a good hearty meal at home before we get to the restaurant. Then when we get to the restaurant, we say, I'll just have a salad. What woman would eat more than you? At least while you're looking. Know what I'm saying? If a woman's cell phone goes off in the middle of dinner, that's the guy she's going to hook up with after you, or it's her babysitter. Either one is unacceptable. If a woman takes a phone call during dinner, you excuse yourself, you stand up, you look like you're going to the men's room, and then you go take your car and leave. Let her find her own way home. And we have warned you on this program that women who are not on birth control want to have a baby. And if you know that a woman is not on birth control, not that they'll all tell you the truth, but if a woman tells you, I'm not on anything because I'm allergic, or it gets me moody, or it makes me fat, or whatever she says, get the hell out of there because she wants to have your baby. That is what she's up to. There are no exceptions. If she tells you she's not on birth control, get your ass out of there. We understand each other? Do we? You guys really do need a good kick in the ass. And that's what I'm here to give you. Now, you may have disagreements with some of what your professor has said. You may have questions. You may have comments. Maybe you pulled a successful Hail Mary. You scored for a touchdown, and you'd like to let the other students know what you pulled off. Maybe you disagree with your professor. Maybe you're a single mother who's angry at the professor. Maybe you're one of the women out there who feels that the professor is ruining it for you. All you have to do is dial in, Be a part of this classroom at 1-800-5800-TOM. It's 1-800-5800-866. But if you are out there and you would like to learn how to avoid commitment, how to avoid relationships, how to get to the shortest distance between 2 points, which is you want to have sex as soon as possible and as cheaply as possible, without listening to a lot of blah, 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 without wasting a lot of your time, having drinks and dinner and going out and looking at the view, whatever. You just want to get laid. If you want to know how to do that, all you have to do is dial me up.
Tom Leykis. 1-800-5800-TOM.
So Leykis 101 is a page right out of what brother's been doing in the hood for years, man.
Mm-hmm. We hear that all the time.
It's called running game.
And you've got game or you don't.
It's Leykis 101 on the Tom Leykis Show.
800-5800-TOM. It's Lee on the Tom Leykis Show. Leykis 101, your professor. Hello.
Hello.
Yes.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes, this is Frank or John Lee.
Oh, now we know all of your names. Yes.
Yes.
Lee. We'll call you Lee.
All right.
Like they say in Dear Abby. We'll call you Steve. No, we'll call you Lee. Go ahead.
All right. I don't know. I'm kind of getting myself involved in a relationship that...
What do you mean you've gotten involved in a relationship? You have a girlfriend?
Oh, kind of in a sense, yeah.
How so?
Well, she's my buddy's wife.
Your buddy's wife. How did this happen?
I was really good friends with him for a long time, and I became friends with his wife, and it just slowly became more.
Meaning you've had sex with his wife? Yes. Yeah, you have. So what is your question?
Well, it's becoming more than that. What should I do? I mean, should I run with this? I mean, she got two kids.
No. No.
Hello?
No. Bros before hoes. How could you do that to your buddy?
Yeah, it sucks.
No, you suck. How could you do that to your buddy?
I'm at a spot right now where I could cut it all off.
Pal, you could have cut it all off before you stuck your penis inside your buddy's wife. That's when you could have cut it off. That's when you should have cut it off. Look, you're not talking to the Pope here. Believe me, I'm no saint. But your buddies are sacrosanct. You don't screw your buddy's wife. You just don't do it.
Right.
Now, you stop doing it.
All right, well...
And then move out of there. Did Dino tell me you're living in their house?
Yeah.
So what's he, like, putting you up?
Yeah.
You're a real jerk, pal.
Hey.
You are. You're being a real jerk.
He was all for it at first.
He was for what?
For us.
He was for you having sex with his wife?
All three of us, and then... After it happened once, it was done.
Well, boys, this is why I tell you I am against threesomes. Once you're married, this is the kind of thing that happens. This is what I always tell you. I'll bet he's not so happy about it now.
No, he's not happy about it.
Well, then stop doing it.
Well,
stop doing it.
I've listened to you for a long time, and I have respect for what you say.
Your friendship is the most important thing.
All right.
Don't ever do something like this. There's plenty of single chicks out there, pal.
Yeah, I know.
Don't be lazy. Go find them. I'm serious. This stuff never ends up any good. It never does. Please.
Yeah, I know. Well,
by the way, I've said for years you shouldn't do this stuff, and you went and did it.
I've been screwed over so many times by all my friends, and you know.
Well, did this guy screw you over?
At first, I felt like, it's my turn. It's my turn.
Well, you know what?
I never feel good about it.
Well, you're screwing over somebody who's never screwed you over, and he has you staying at his house.
Yeah.
Stop it. And why aren't you living in your own place?
Yeah.
You're a loser. You can't afford your own apartment. You can't find your own girlfriend. You're a complete loser. You're laughing at me. How come you don't have your own place to live?
Oh, it's a long story.
No, tell me the short version. Do you have money? Can you pay rent?
Not at this point right now.
Pal, you're 30 years old. What are you waiting for?
I just had things all messed up again in my life, and
Well, how did they get messed up? You messed them up.
yeah, you're right.
What are you doing?
I drove without a driver's license. Had to spend 6 months in jail.
Oh, that was brilliant. And why'd you do that? Let me guess, DUI, right?
No, I've never had a DUI in my life.
Why didn't you have a driver's license?
I've never had one.
So you're a completely irresponsible person. You're laughing.
9 times out of 10, they pull me over going to work or coming home from work.
How hard is it to get out of the DMV and take a test? Are you that lazy? My God, people come to this country speaking Cambodian and they pass the California driving exam. Why can't you?
I already passed the California one. I can't get one in Washington.
Why not?
Because I got to suspend it when I was younger. For
Why?
Stuff.
Like what, driving drunk?
No.
Driving stoned?
DUI.
What did you do?
I drove without a license.
Why didn't you get one then?
Because I didn't care. I was young and rebellious.
But you still don't care.
Well, I don't know. It's a little bit further now. I mean, I don't know. I've taken care of all the legal issues and aspects of it now. I'm just waiting for it to be done, and I'll get a driver's license.
Right. So you don't have a job because you can't drive to work?
I have a business.
You have a business. You went out of your buddy's home while you're having sex with his wife? How does this work? What kind of business are you in? Selling bus slugs or something?
Construction.
Construction. Okay.
Construction and systems.
Sometimes you work and sometimes you don't.
Yeah, sometimes I work and sometimes I don't.
Right.
Yeah, sometimes things...
So let me guess, you average about $20,000 a year, all made in 3 months?
Yeah.
Right. I've known guys who do what you do.
Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah, so 30 years old, $20,000 a year, no driver's license, living with your buddy, and then you have sex with his wife because at $20,000 a year and without your own place, you can't get any chicks on your own.
No.
Well, why would you be having sex with your buddy's wife?
Okay.
And living in his house.
She approached me. She pursued me the whole damn thing. I mean, she came out.
Sweetheart, darling. You know what? You're the man.
Oh, I know.
All you have to say is no. That's all you have to say. No. You just say no. What are you doing?
I do.
The point is, keep your penis inside your pants. That's what you do.
Yeah. All right, my question is, what if I start liking her?
How?
If I like her more.
You know what? If she wants you, she's a bigger loser than you are. Who's going to pay the bills if your buddy's out of the way?
Right.
Not you.
Well, I it's like I told her, I believe in karma. I believe it goes around, comes around.
Well, on that basis, you ought to be struck by lightning any day now. I mean, you are a complete loser, and you have no scruples and no responsibility at all. How did you get to 30 years old without having, like, a job, like a real 12-month-a-year job?
I've had a job most of my life.
I mean a 12-month-a-year job. Like the rest of the world, like your buddy has. While your buddy's out working to support you living in his house and you're having sex with his wife. How about you get a job like his?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. You totally make me out to be a horrible person.
You're a complete loser.
Oh,
I mean, you're not even. You do not have one redeeming quality.
I got one.
What is it? You're good in bed? Is that what you're going to say?
Yeah, I guess you could probably say that.
Well, of course, because your mind isn't bogged down with things like paying the rent, buying groceries, figuring out how to pay the electric bill, the gas bill, the cable TV bill, buy clothes. And I'll bet they've got kids, too, right?
No, I don't have any kids.
No. The couple you're living with, they've got kids, right?
Yeah, they have kids.
Yeah, what do you care? See, your buddy has all these things getting in his way. You'd have nothing to think about. You know, the biggest thing that gets in the way of people's sex lives is worrying about how they're going to get by, how they're going to pay the rent, how they're going to make the mortgage payment, how they're going to pay the gas bill, the light bill, the cable bill. You don't have any such worries at all. So while your buddy's out there worrying about this stuff, you have nothing else on your mind. Yeah, I'll bet you're better in bed than he is. But he's not a loser. He was a loser in one sense for telling you it was okay to have sex with his wife, making me wonder who he's having sex with when you're alone with his wife.
Yeah.
You are. Can you even see how deep in crap you are? I mean, can you see how down low you are?
Yeah, I know how down low I am. It's the first time I ever did anything like this, and you know.
But it's not just this; it's everything. You can't even get a driver's license. You can't drive a car. You don't have a job every day of the year like most of us. You have to have sex with your buddy's wife.
No,
you're living in somebody else's house and you're having sex with his wife. Where are the kids when you're having sex with his wife?
At school.
At school. So what do? You stop at 3:30 when they get home?
No.
Oh, no, you keep going.
No.
Well, do you ever have sex when the kids are in the house? Probably sleep. They probably have nap time or something. Right? Right?
No.
I mean,
kids don't even know nothing.
You don't have a single redeeming quality. You're a slime bag. I have no respect for you. You have no personal responsibility. You are 30 years old, going nowhere fast. What woman would have anything to do with you except this woman? She's stupider than you are because if she left her husband for you, no, you'd all be living in the street. You and the kids, all of you.
Oh, in a sense.
Yeah. What do you think Child Protective Services would think of that living arrangement over there? She'd probably lose custody. Which you wouldn't mind, because then you could have her all to yourself. And you got plenty of time to F her since you don't really have a job every day. What a life.
Oh, there's...
You proud of this, are you?
What's that?
Are you proud of this?
No, there ain't no pride.
And now you want to... But the point is, now you want to know, well, what happens if it goes further? You know what?
No, I called you for, my reasoning was one, I know you'd be straight cut and dry. You tell me how it is. One, if I was a loser, you would tell me straight up.
You're a loser. I'm telling you straight up, you're a loser. You're a complete loser. You've got nothing going for you.
A different solution. This is like
Step one to rebuilding your life is to stop doing this. Step two, get a goddamn job. And that includes going down to the DMV and getting a driver's license. Step three...
Correct?
What?
You're saying just drop it all here?
Drop it all here, pal.
All right, now...
Where's your father? I bet your parents are divorced too, right?
Yeah, my father died.
Well, you know what? If your father were here, as I always say, if your father were here, he'd kick your pussy ass.
He did enough of that when I was younger. I don't...
You know what? That's what you need now, pal. Somebody to kick your ass.
The Tom Leykis Show. This is the Tom Leykis Show.
From Los Angeles at 1-800-5800-TOM. That's your telephone number. Thank you for tuning in. Leykis 101. I am your professor. This is Betsy. Hello.
Hi, Tom.
Hi, Betsy.
Can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can.
Okay, hi.
Hi.
I have an idea. You were talking earlier about your classroom and everything and trying to get guys laid and stuff. And I wanted to know if you had ever discussed the option of trying out the swinger lifestyle for some of them.
I don't discuss it as an option. We've discussed it on the air, but we haven't discussed it as an option because I don't believe in it as an option.
Oh, okay.
And the reason I don't believe in it as an option, actually, there are a couple of reasons. One is I've never met an attractive swinger.
Mm-hmm.
And two is, in fact, swingers tend to be the same kinds of physical types as nudists or naturists.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that can be true.
They tend to be fat, homely people who, they have lowered self-esteem, and they go ahead and do this. The other is that I do believe that swinging weakens marriage. I do.
Well, I wasn't saying that married guys should do it. I was kind of...
Well, who do you think is in that soup? Most of the people who are swingers are married or they're living with someone.
That's
You have to have someone to swing with.
I was involved in the swinger community as a single, and I was finding in Seattle especially that was growing somewhat, that there was a single faction and that there are a lot of...
Well, it's not an accident that there's a growing number of singles and a growing number of fat chicks in a particular area. That would make sense.
Yeah. I thought when I went to the swing club in Seattle, I thought that there were quite a few really beautiful people, and then I've been to Canada a few times.
I challenge any beautiful swingers to send their nude photos to me. Haven't seen one yet.
Okay.
But remember, I have high standards.
Dude, yeah, I know you do.
And I don't expect to see any hot pictures of hot swingers.
Oh, okay, well, I have some friends who are pretty darn hot.
People who are really hot don't need to be swingers.
Oh, they have fun at it, though.
Well, that's fine, but, I'd rather be with really hot chicks.
Yeah. Well,
and you know what? I don't want your husband watching me when I'm having sex with you. Okay, if I were having sex with you.
Right. Well, that would depend on what you like.
I don't want your husband watching me, and unfortunately, that's a lot of what swinging is all about. I don't want to be in the same room, and I don't want to lend you, a girlfriend or a wife. I don't want to lend you somebody else that I'm with. I have no interest in that.
Okay. Well, I just thought I had a pretty good time swinging. I didn't have to get into any of that kind of stuff. I met single guys and...
Dear, how tall are you?
5'8.5".
How much do you weigh?
Oh, a lot. I mean, I'm one of those fat chicks you're talking about.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, but there were a lot of really beautiful people there, I thought.
What are your standards?
My standards? Well, no, I'm talking about people who are really good looking.
Really?
I'm not.
So you're telling me you, as a woman who's 5'8", and the screen says here 215, is that an accurate number?
Yeah.
5'8" and 250. You're telling me that really, really attractive men have been having sex with you?
Oh, not necessarily me, but
not you. I see.
I saw some good muscle.
With all the other people.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, people are there to be seen.
Mm-hmm.
So, well, it was just a thought.
No, we never discussed. We'll put it this way: we've discussed it, but your professor does not recommend swinging. Your professor recommends going to the gym.
Okay.
That's what your professor recommends. When you go to the gym, you don't need to be a swinger anymore. When you go to the gym, you can pick up guys on your own. Without having to go to a swing club. Or without having to go to personal ads.
Right. Yeah.
Right. I bet you've used personal ads in your time. I'll bet.
Well, actually, when I was...
You go to, like, the Recycler or the Penny Saver or whatever the local paper is.
No, I haven't used...
Looking for people who are open-minded.
I found people
who are bi-curious. Huh?
I did find... actually, I'm married again now, but I found my husband on the Internet.
On your husband on the Internet, and is he a swinger?
No, he was the one who said he didn't want me to be a swinger, so he's...
He didn't want you to be a swinger anymore.
He's the other way, yeah.
He's the other way. But you still have it in you, and you're still curious about it.
Oh, well,
Come on. You're probably still online. You're probably still in some of those chat rooms. Come on, dear.
No, I'm not.
Come on. You're just
I'm not.
chatting with your old friends that you used to get together and have group sex with. I'll bet you're still online with them. Don't tell me you're not. I know you are. You probably have some really hot screen name.
No.
Betsy 696969 or something like that.
No.
Right? You log on there. Oh, look, it's Betsy. And then in parentheses it'll say giggles. Yes, I know. I've seen these chat rooms, dear.
No, I actually never did go in a chat room.
Hugs, Hugz. Yes, that's so cute. People write that.
Oh, mine. Actually, I did have a fun name for my email. It was Hot Lips and Hot Hips.
Oh, I'm hardly surprised.
Oh, it's so funny though. Well, anyway, Tom, I guess I don't have that much else to contribute to you. So
all right, dear.
I just started listening to you. I think they're pretty fascinating.
Well, thank you for that.
Yeah. Well, we'll talk to you again sometime.
All right, dear.
Tom Leykis. 1-800-5800-TOM. 1-800-5800-866.
You know what? The only time I want to see a woman hot and sweaty is when she's looking around my bedroom for her panties while I call her a cab.
There we go, baby. You're absolutely right.
The Tom Leykis Show.
The Tom Leykis Show at 1-800-5800-TOM. It's Brian on Leykis 101 with your professor. Hello.
Leykis, you're a god walking among mere mortals.
Thank you so much.
Hey, I've changed my mind on what I was going to ask you. This particular topic is even more important than my own personal problems. What do you do when your best buddy on earth, who you consider to be a brother, his wife was a disaster since wedding day. He calls you up constantly on the verge of divorce, every week. And the woman is about as wide as she is tall with a mouth like a bat. I didn't meet the woman until I showed up for his wedding day.
Was she like that when he married her?
Yes.
Why did he marry somebody like that? Did you ask him that question?
I never had the guts,
He's your buddy. Why don't you just say he's complaining all the time and crying to you about this? Why don't you ask him that question? Believe me, I ask people this question all the time, not just on the radio.
I mean, hey, like I said, he's like my brother, and
he's like your brother. You should be able to speak freely with him.
Yeah. But when my wife and I showed up to his wedding 2 years ago, we met this woman, and we just couldn't believe it because otherwise my buddy's got the best of taste.
Did he knock her up or something?
No. And she's just a foul creature anyway. I mean, she is, just...
All right, so what's your question about him?
So I think you probably answered it. I guess I just got to lay it on the line.
You have to. If you're that close to him, you should be able to do it. If he's calling you now, it's one thing if he calls you and says he's the happiest he's ever been, then you butt out. But if he's calling you and crying to you or crying on your shoulder about how bad things are, I have one word of advice to guys in that position, and they don't have to be fat or have a foul mouth. The bottom line is, if you are that miserable, every 2 days you stay, you'll end up having to pay 1 day of alimony. That's the law in many states. I know in California that's the deal. Every day you stay costs you more.
Yeah, it's the truth.
So the better to cut your losses and get out as early as you can.
Yeah, his marriage was just a disaster from day one, literally.
Right.
And it's just downward spiraling. When I think he's 38, and I think his first marriage, and I have the strongest feeling that he is thinking that this is his last, chance. There's a lot of...
How long has he been married now?
2 years.
Then get out. Get out now.
I'm pretty sure he married out of loneliness.
Well, you know what? Does he make a decent living?
Right now he is, yeah.
No, but was he making a decent living when he got married?
Actually, at that time he was, yeah.
And, if he's making a decent living, I don't understand why he wouldn't marry somebody more attractive.
Yeah.
But he should get out as soon as possible.
I'll tell him that I got this piece of advice from the highest of sources.
Yes. You this.
Thanks, Tom.
Thank you for the call. 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. This is Josh on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hey, how you doing, Tom?
Okay.
I'm the professor.
Thank you.
All right, well, I met this 40-something-year-old lady at a party.
Yeah.
And I'm 24.
Right.
I'm attracted to older women.
Yeah.
And I just want to move past the dating and just, get down. Because that's all they're good for right now.
Right.
If I wanted something serious, I'd date somebody my own age.
Well, why do you assume she wants something serious?
She wants to go on a date. That's simple.
Tell her you don't date. You have what she needs.
Stamina?
Well, not just stamina, which, yes, that's something that she wants, but youth. Remember that women in their 40s want to be made to feel like they're still in their 20s or their teens. And they think if you're interested in them, it's because they've still got it. When in reality, you have a fetish for older chicks. It's not because she's so hot, and older chicks are easier to bed down.
They're thirsty. sexually thirsty and emotionally thirsty, aren't they?
Well, the thing is, though, many older chicks just want the sex.
Oh, that's good to hear.
Well, the best thing to do with somebody, does she drink? You saw her at a party. Does she drink?
Not much.
Not much?
No. She wasn't drinking heavily, just a few.
Well, you know what you do? Find out when she's having dinner. Ask her, what time are you having dinner tonight? Great. Why don't we hook up about 9:30 after dinner?
Yeah.
That's one of the greatest techniques I ever mastered, was to just to say, so what time are you having dinner tonight? And they're caught off guard. And they'll go, I don't know, 7:30. Great. Why don't I give you a call about 9:30 and we can go out and have a drink?
So you meet up with them when they're all liquored up, right?
Well, no, but you see, you meet up with them after they've had dinner. That way you don't have to spend wasted time listening to them blab for 2 hours and watching them ordering the lobster.
That's a good point.
This way you get past that. But you have to do it just the way I tell you. You have to say to them, you catch them off guard. You say, what time are you having dinner tonight? They're hoping you'll say, why don't we have dinner? But so you're going to completely twist the question. You're going to say, what time are you having dinner? And when they tell you, you say, great. Why don't I call you after that and we'll hook up for a drink?
All right.
Then you skip right to the boozing. And then when you're done boozing, don't let her pull you off out of the way to eat anything on the way home or go dancing or any of those filibustering techniques that women like to use.
All right.
You go directly from boozing into her bed.
All right.
And nothing in between. If she tells you she needs to stop off and eat something, drop her off at the restaurant and leave her.
I like it.
Tell her, hey, if you want to go to Denny's and have a grand slam, I'll drop you off here. I got to get up in the morning. Good night.
Hey, Tom, I got another question for you.
What's that?
Why are all the women in Los Angeles so pretentious?
They're not.
My age. They're looking for money.
Josh.
It's all money.
Josh, it has to do with your age. Josh, it's not Los Angeles, because I've lived all over the country. It has to do with your age, Josh. 24-year-old women are out with 32-year-old guys. Don't worry about that. Because here's why that's good. Because there's a 16-year-old out there right now who, when you're 32, will be 24, and she'll go out with you. Just think, she's in the 11th grade, Josh. She's a junior in high school right now.
I suppose that's the way to think about it.
That's the way it is.
So what do I do for the next 8 years?
Go out with older women.
I guess.
I'm telling you, they will put out. They will do the heavy lifting until you have gotten further in your career and you're making more money and you're more successful. All the women who won't talk to you, you see, here's the ultimate revenge you're going to get. All the women who won't talk to you today, by the time they're 35, they will all be dying to have you. And you'll be going out with their younger sisters.
So what are these younger women looking for in older men? Just a life or a family or what?
Women all want to date their daddies.
They do.
They do. They want to date someone who makes them feel secure. There's no such thing as security. It's all an illusion. But that's how women think. They want to date daddy. Who's your daddy? That phrase is not an accident. That's what women want, daddy. You're too young to be daddy.
I can.
So, for now, you date older women who already know that illusions are illusions.
Right.
And then later on, when you're 30, 32, 34, what are you doing for a living, Josh?
Just, I'm a student and working a little, too.
What are you planning on becoming when you grow up?
Well, I guess I'm studying mechanical engineering.
Great. So when you're making $100,000 a year down the line, guess what? There'll be some 19-year-olds with your name on them.
Right.
Probably tattooed on their ass.
Yeah.
But till then, bang older chicks. That's what I would do.
Tom Leykis. 1-800-5800-TOM. 1-800-5800-866.
Didn't you say that every man likes big breasts?
I said in this country, my husband's Brazilian.
They love those asses in Brazil. You got a big whopping J-Lo ass. You know what I'm saying? You got that Jennifer Lopez thing going on.
No.
Big ass.
The Tom Leykis Show.
On 100.7, The Buzz of Seattle.
Leykis 101 at 1-800-5800-TOM. That's our telephone number. It's Jeff on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello. Jeff.
Jeff, this is Jeff. How you doing, Professor?
All right, Jeff.
I have a question. What's the best way of your way of asking a chick out for one time, just getting laid?
You never tell them it's one time, that's how.
Yeah, they all want to play boyfriend and girlfriend thing.
But you just don't tell them. You do them one time and you stop talking to them. That's how.
They want phone numbers and stuff.
So, you got a cell phone?
Yeah.
You got a pager?
No.
All right, well, a cell phone, fine. Use your cell phone number.
I can't.
Why not?
It's private.
What do you mean it's private?
Yeah.
Why is it private? Because your wife answers it?
Yeah.
Oh, well, try your office number. Well, you're married. You didn't even tell me that part.
Well, I did.
Pal, if you're married, you shouldn't be doing this.
Once in a while.
You know what? There's no point in being married. Now, why'd you get married if you want to do that? I made that mistake many, many times.
The Tom Leykis Show.